Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about something. Oh. It's, questionable, shall we say. Right. From Bloody Disgusting, The Xfiles, Ryan Coogler developing a new take on the series, aka, for modern audiences, aka, race swaps, aka, everybody's gonna be fabulously black. Yeah. It is like that. But before I continue, let's read here. It's now been 5 years since the Xfiles wrapped up in unexpectedly 10 and 11 seasons. I haven't watched the 11th season. The 10th season was a bit rough, but well, anyway. But where does the franchise go from here? Last we heard back in 2020, the franchise next evolution will come to courtesy of Xfiles Albuquerque, an animated spin-off comedy series that Xfiles creator Chris Carter was attached to produce on Friday. Yeah, no. TV Line has explained in 2020 the potential series will center on the office of full of misfit agents who investigate the X-Files case to wacky, ridiculous, and downright dopey for Mulder and Scully to bother with. You're essentially the X-Files B-team. Yeah, I think we've seen something similar like that, and did not quite work out. I think I seem to remember something like that. Oh yeah, Star Trek. And I forgot the name of the series. But it's Star Trek related. But Lower Decks, there you go. Star Trek Lower Decks. They have done something similar, and it was an absolutely atrocious little shit. Right, the project had been given a script commitment, do not care. Now in the new chat with On the Coast with Gloria Makarenko, Carter teases what sounds like an entirely different upcoming project from Ryan Coogler. Creed, Black Panther. Fuck. Carter teases during the conversation that was just uploaded this week. I just spoke to a young man, Ryan Coogler, who is going to remount the X-Files with a diverse cast. So he's got his work cut out for him because we covered so much territory. I'm already seeing. Oh god, guys, I think we found this, there's evidence here. It's definitely the racism that is putting us down. And it's totally like, oh my god, look at the evidence here. It's the white man cabal. And it's going over us and triggering us and doing all of those things. Fuck me. Well, but before I continue, here's a trailer for a good book, something that you're gonna love. Right, so, continuing. I'll be honest, this image here reminds me of the episode where it featured in the Xfiles, and it's one of my favorites. Honestly, he kind of reminds me a bit of a socialist and Nazi socialist people. Because this one is a leech. It was a fascinating episode. But why am I not surprised? We've seen them going after Star Wars. Right now, Star Wars. How much is Star Wars worth today? Definitely far less than it was when Disney actually bought it from Lucas. And I used to be a great fan of Star Wars. A really great fan. Right now, I'm kind of embarrassed to even be connected with that IP. Then we have Star Trek, which is pretty much the same thing. I used to be a huge Trekkie. Yeah, that didn't work out well, did it? Then we have Dungeons and Dragons. Then we have Marvel superheroes, the comic books. We have even Resident Evil under censorship. Everything that the woke touches, it ruins it. The Xfiles will be no different because, let's face it, they are going to use identity politics to peddle this goddamn fucking series. And identity politics is a disaster. It's something that hasn't worked ever. It has never worked and it will never fucking work. Why do they think this time is going to be different? Talk about being a moron. You know, the very definition of a moron or stupid or a retard is to try the same thing every single time, expecting a different result. And this is the exact same thing. Because it's going to be a diverse cast, it's probably a black woman Ixon of color Ixon, or a black guy doing so sassy. And then finding out about racism and patriarchy and other nonsense. And quite frankly, as a fan of Xfiles, I don't think I will bother with it. Remember, Lovecraft Country, I think it was? That thing was a disaster. Why do you think this thing is not going to be the same exact disaster? Yeah, it's not going to. But if you still crave for something similar to Xfiles, but do not want to waste time watching a goddamn fucking retarded woke series that is definitely going to completely change the entire lore of the Xfiles. Yeah, trust me, Star Wars did. Star Trek did. Why do you think this one is going to be any different? Anyway, if you want that, you can always go here from Movie Phone. Every Xfiles ripoff series. You can always watch these. They were really limited runs and they didn't work out for the most part. But some of them were good. This one is a spin-off of the Xfiles. And they eventually got killed, so that was kind of sad. But either way, the best one of this bunch is the Millennium. I tried getting episodes of it on ill-repute places, and I could not find it. But it is an amazing series that you should give it a go if you want something similar to Xfiles. And not the garbage that we are gonna get soon enough. Well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And be believing! Oh, I is gonna believe! Oh, Jesus.